I can't do another season where people just create lies and come after me over and over and over. It's not fun and it's not healthy. I almost drank because I thought if I drink, I can go to rehab and I won't have to go to the reunion.
Welcome back to Access Hollywood's Housewives Nightcap. I'm Emily.
I'm Lauren.
And today we have the best guest, you guys. The streets are abuzz about this lady from the OC.
Braunwyn, I am just so excited that you're here. So hello, welcome.
Hi, I'm glad to be here. Thanks, guys.
We have so much, of course, to talk about because this season has just been a lot. And I know, especially your life, has just been a lot lately. So I just want to know, how are you holding up? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good today. Actually, is what I should say. I'm good today. You know, that's the thing with like being sober is today. That's all I have today. I'm good.
One day at a time, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm good. You know, it was hard. There was definitely some tumultuous times in our household. There were some rough patches, but we've kind of gotten through the other side. We're finding a new normal and things have definitely evened out here. And
that's amazing. What we're watching right now is still like some hard times. So it's nice to see you, like, it feels like you were in the peak of the hump, what we're watching. And now you're a bit leveled out, which is just nice to see, right?
Yeah, there was definitely some, I mean, my brain chemistry was off. I was spiraling. I mean, it was tough. When I decided to get sober on the show, I didn't honestly know how hard it was going to be. I'm very grateful I did it because I know for me, the accountability kept me sober. I know that. But I can honestly say I haven't watched this season.
Oh.
I watched some of the scenes with my kids and that's it because it was too hard for me to go back and relive and feel that. So I have kind of took a step back because it was just too much.
I was going to actually ask that because we're watching you go through all this. And then we also have the commentary of the other women that is not the greatest.
Right.
Are you reading what the women are saying right now?
Yeah, I see the things and it's very disheartening. You know, it's hard to be on a cast that's so judgmental. I was expecting some more support. When I talked to Lala from Vanderpump Rules, I said, how was your cast? She said they were amazing. And so I actually was expecting some support and to be from day one, just, you know, you're faking, you're this. It was like, whoa, I really was unprepared for that.
Yeah.
And, you know, to have it continue, you know, I'm going through some really hard times and, you know, to have no one, well, I shouldn't say no one. Gina has been amazing. I have to say
that.
We love Gina.
We love Gina.
Love.
So, you know, she has reached out privately and said, hey, I understand a lot of the things because of just different stuff. So she's talked to me privately. She knows probably more that's going on than anyone else. There's a lot of stuff going on in our family with our daughter for a while. And so that's been nice, but I was actually expecting that from the other women and it was eye-opening.
Well, some of the women have just came out saying that you're just lying, that you're saying that, yes, you are maybe not drinking alcohol, but that doesn't mean you're sober.
Yeah.
So what does that
mean?
Honestly, I think it's very dangerous. That's the truth. I think when you have a platform, you have a responsibility to use it wisely. I really do believe that. And I think by making those accusations, they're taking someone who maybe wanted to get sober and said, oh, Braunwyn's doing it. And like, oh, and keep in mind, alcoholics will look for any excuse to not get sober. So they'll say, oh, well, she's faking it. And then they're going to go and drink. So I think they really need to stop and say, hey, this is bigger than the show. This is bigger than you not liking me. This is someone's life. It's ridiculous. You know, I am going on a year sober on January 30th. So 2 more, you know, God willing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I have put the hard work into it and it's been hard. And for someone to try to undermine, like, I don't understand why I truly don't understand why anyone would do that. I cannot wrap my brain on why that would be the thing you pick. I can't.
I'm wondering, so I said to Lauren earlier, I don't believe we have seen a housewife get this much press just in like the general media since like Bethany's divorce. Like she got a ton of press at that time. So do you think it's maybe because you are kind of getting all of this press, even though some of it is not positive necessarily?
Yeah, of course. When I got asked to do Movement, Not a Moment, I said to my producer, oh crap, I'm going to have a target on my head. And I did. I think the women on this show, and this isn't the same with all the cast, because I have a lot of friends in other cities. The women on the Orange County cast have a tendency to be very petty and belittle people. Instead of thinking, how can we as a group elevate ourselves? It's like, no, you're getting too much attention. I'm going to try to pull you back down. But I knew that was coming. I knew the moment I got Movement, Not a Moment, that it was going to be ugly for me. And it was. I didn't think they'd go after my sobriety, because everyone in my cast knows I've struggled. I mean, anyone that watches the show knows that I was not having a great time. I mean,
Right.
you know, like it was hard, and I let the cameras follow me everywhere, and I self-filmed some of the harshest moments because I made a promise to viewers that I would give you 100%. I mean, and I stood by that. So for me, that's just a cheap shot. It's a way to get your name in the press.
But moving on to your love life, which has been
Yeah,
sparking all we see you.
What a segue, Emily.
Yeah. So speaking of addiction, I've lost a lot of people close to me. How's your girlfriend? Yeah.
We saw you step out with your girlfriend. You introduced her to the world. Are you guys still together?
We are. Today is her birthday. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm jumping in the car. We're going out on a boat ride. Like, we are still together. We're still doing great.
Wow.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I did a little bit of Instagram creeping. I was like, I'm going to creep on Braunwyn. And I noticed that you deleted the photo announcing the two of you together. And then,
wait, no, I announced it on a story.
Oh, is that why? Okay.
I have never put her in my feed, and that is on purpose.
Okay, so why? Wait, if it's on purpose, tell us.
Well, because you can't comment on my stories, and you can't see what people write. And she did not sign up for this. You know, when she met me, she didn't really know what the show was. So if I put a picture of her on my feed, then she can see what everyone's going to write. And I can guarantee you a lot of it's going to be really cruel. And so I want to protect her. So
got it. Makes sense.
Yeah, I did a photo on my story because when you watch the show, I thought people might think that I was dating my girlfriend. And I wanted to make it very clear that's not who I'm with, because I didn't want my girlfriend to have to go through that either. Because
we all thought you were with Sharni, right?
And I'm not. And so I wanted to protect Char. There's just a lot of protecting people right now. And so I put that there. I asked her permission. She said yes. I don't think she was ready for the backlash. When we were walking on the beach the other day, there's a paparazzi there, and she's like, "This is weird." I'm like, "I'm sorry, so sorry." But yeah, so I've purposely not put her on my feed. I don't think I will, you know.
Now, lots of questions with this, but Sean, how do they get along? Like, what is the dynamic between the three of you? Is there a dynamic, or is it two separate things?
I mean, it's two separate relationships. We are not a throuple. I want to make that very clear. It's two separate relationships. They have met, they've hung out, not a lot though. You know, but I'm not hiding either one from either person. They both know about each other. Everything is communicated and honest. You know, Sean thinks she's nice and she's, you know, happy that I'm happy. Does he sometimes get jealous? You know, yes, he'd rather be on a boat with me tonight. You know, like there's definitely that fine line. Chris knows that my kids come first. So I only see her maybe once a week, twice a week. And so does she miss me sometimes and wish that she could be with me on New Year's or Christmas? Yes, but she knows I have 7 kids and that always comes first and she gets it. But yes, you know, there's obviously jealousies on both sides. And there's a lot of me, you know, thinking, what am I going to do or say to keep everyone as happy as I can? Because I do love and respect, you know, everyone and just want.
Everyone, I'm glad you cleared that up, that you're not a throuple, because a lot of people were speculating when you came out of the sex shop with Sean, with the gay is okay necklace on. Why did you guys, so I'm like, are they intimate again? Like, what's happening?
Okay, can I say I am never embarrassed and I was mortified? What if my grandparents see that? Like, I am like, oh my God, Mama Joe and Daddy Ray are gonna know I went to it. Like, I'm not embarrassed about anything. That embarrassed me. I don't really want to talk about that because like I said, it's trying to keep.
Got it.
I do want to know. I know we're just gonna be so nosy. I just have so many questions, Braunwyn. But I need to say both of us are so happy to see you happy because it's obvious.
Yeah.
I think first and foremost, that's amazing. But with Sean, you recently said that you would be heartbroken if he dated someone else.
I did not say that. It wasn't heartbroken if he dated. The question was if he fell in love and started a life with someone else.
Got it.
Actually,
very different.
Yeah, and so everyone ran with it if he dated. That wasn't the question. And like, I have it saved in my phone. The question was if he fell in love and started a life with someone else, would I be heartbroken? Absolutely. If he dates someone, no, go for it. He's dated people. That's fine. That's very different than falling in love and starting a life. I've been with him since I was a teenager. I don't know what it's like to be without him. I don't know what my family would be like without him. Would I be heartbroken? Yes, of course I would. I think that if I wasn't heartbroken, that would be weird. I think that would actually be weirder to be with someone we're going on 26 years now. Right. And to not have your heart broken if they started a new life with someone. Now, does that mean I don't want him to be happy? No, of course not. I want him to be happy. I want him to date. Right. But if he were to leave and have a new family, yeah, it would hurt. It would hurt. And I
don't think he can have any more kids. I think you guys are.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. Maybe no more kids. But yes. If he started a life with someone else, would it hurt? Of course it would. But I think that's actually a more normal response than, oh yeah, bye bitch. No, that would be weird.
What if you, though, I mean, you're in a relationship, you have a girlfriend. Are you planning to start not a new life, but like
No. And I've made that really clear from Chris from the beginning. She knows that I want to stay married. She likes, Sean and I together. I want to stay married. So when Sean and I started therapy, the therapist said, what is your intention? And we both said, we want to stay married. Now, what is our marriage going to look like? Well, obviously it's going to be an open marriage. We're both going to date other people. We don't sleep in the same bedroom, but we want to raise our children together. We want to be a family. And we both have that end goal of being 80 years old, sitting in Hawaii on the porch, watching our kids, our grandkids, and our great-grandkids play. So that is what we're working towards. Now, are we naive to think it's possible? Maybe. But we're going to try. And we're going to try. And everyone says, oh, you should just divorce. Why? We're happy. We love each other. Our kids are happy. Why would we get divorced right now? Like, we're genuinely in a good place. We're best friends.
Now, I want to know this, though. How are your kids handling all this? Because, you're the hot topic, especially right now. Anything people can pull, it's like, ooh, Braunwyn this, Braunwyn this. And you have 7 kids, so how are they handling?
The little kids don't really know because when she comes over, it's after they go to bed. I'm not quite, I'm not really ready for that yet. And I think that's just a smart choice in any new relationship with small children. Yeah. The older kids have met her. Bella's a little uncomfortable, my 20-year-old, but she doesn't live here. She moved out. She lives with her boyfriend. And it's hardest on her. Bella or Rowan and Jacob, they're both sexually and gender fluid, whatever, which child we're talking about. And so for them, this is almost normal, for them, it's like, okay, cool. Like you do this. This is actually more of a role model of a marriage that they would want, because I think there is a big part of the younger generation, I kind of call it the euphoria generation, that looks at the traditional model of marriage and thinks, hey, that's not going to work for me. I don't know if I want that. So Rowan and Jake, they're like, cool. You guys are happy. You love each other. We're actually getting along better than we have, in a long time. We hang out. We watch TV together. We dance in the kitchen. We're going to Puerto Rico together. Like, we are best friends. We have an amazing relationship. And I think for me, being able to be honest about my sexuality kind of was that last thing, that last resentment that I had. And now it's gone.
I'm happy that you're feeling like clear and open and just good. We are going to get into our next segment called Real or Rumor.
Okay.
You just shoot down for us what is real and what is rumor about what's happening. Okay. So, Elizabeth, your cast member, recently said you have dirt on Sean and he has dirt on you, and that's why you guys aren't splitting. Real or rumor?
Rumor.
So there's no dirt. There's no dirt that you're like, this is why we need to stay together.
Oh, I mean, Sean and I have gotten dirty many times together, but I mean, we admit it all.
We had Emily on, but she's not the only one that said this, Lauren, right?
Right.
Like a couple of them have said, you don't leave Sean because he provides a lavish lifestyle. Real or rumor?
Somewhere in the middle, you know, there is a security to knowing my bills are paid. Yeah, I mean, that's not why I'm staying with him, but yeah, there is security in to be married to a man that supports you. Absolutely. But that's not,
I love that honesty. I appreciate that.
Him. But yeah, that is 100% true. Like, that's true. I like being financially secure. It makes me feel good. If I had to leave just on my housewife salary,
You know, though, but that's like, I feel that's real and I appreciate that. But you did just say also that that's not the reason why you guys are staying. So we're
staying together because we love each other and we want to be a family. I mean, that's the number one reason. We both want to wake up with our kids and go to sleep with them and be a family. That's the reason we're staying together.
Okay, so next one, real or rumor. A lot of your castmates have accused you of getting sober this season and having your new lifestyle, talk about it, because it's a storyline and you want to have your own new Bravo show.
Rumor. Absolute rumor.
Now, if Bravo said, you know, Braunwyn, you're just doing so great. We love you because, I mean, you're the talk of the town, seriously. And we want to give you your own spin-off, you and your family. Would you take it?
Absolutely, in a heartbeat. Before we got Housewives, we traveled like 6 months of the year. I would love to do something where I get to travel. I like traveling, and after this pandemic, I don't ever want to stop traveling.
Okay, the next one is, we heard you had to call Tamra during the reunion. Real or rumor?
That I had to call her?
Decided.
I didn't have to. I chose to.
Okay.
But yeah, I called Tamra. We're close. Tamra and I talk, like I said, she just DM'd me while we were doing this. Tamra and I talk almost every day. Or like every few days. Every like 2 or 3 days.
Do you think she'll come back next season?
I think that would depend on who else is asked back.
Okay. Now, are you planning to come back next season? Real or rumor?
That depends on who is asked back.
Okay, you got the vague answers. I'm like, I feel like I know what you're trying to say, but I don't want to assume anything.
I mean, I've made it. I have talked to my bosses, and they know what I'm willing to do and what I'm not. I can't do another season where people just create lies and come after me over and over and over. It's not fun and it's not healthy. If I could be on a show where women supported each other and uplifted each other, where it was fun, great. But I cannot do another season like this one. You know, every time.
Would you ever go to Beverly Hills?
I don't have enough money for that show. Or good enough.
They do.
No, I mean, I would love to be one of them because I look up to them so much. They're amazing. But like, no offense, Orange County. It's
I mean, they brought their glam squad to Rome last year. They paid for a glam squad. I'm like,
I aspire to that, but no, I can't afford to be on that show.
Who do you hope does not come back next season so you feel comfortable enough to be on?
Honestly, it's more of the dynamics of people. So when,
right.
You know, and that is the thing. So I talked to them. It's like, I don't want to come back and be attacked all year again. It was stressful. Before the reunion, I was right there next to my bed on the floor crying hysterically. I can't go. And I almost drank. I mean, this is horrible.
You can't risk.
I almost drank because I thought if I drink, I can go to rehab and I won't have to go to the reunion. And that seemed like a perfectly logical like explanation. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that, but like,
no,
that was where my head was at. I almost drank so I wouldn't have to do my job. And I can't, like I know they say that my sobriety is not fake, you know, and this is hard and I do struggle. I try to put on a happy face because my sponsor said, you can make sobriety look fun. And you can be a role model. So I really have tried to do that, but it's really hard. And so, yeah, I can't put myself in these positions again. I can't for my mental health. Like that has to come first. My sobriety comes first. And I'm never going to be on my floor thinking that drinking is a good idea.